All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a fun one for us here today. I wanted to go over my next PSA submission and the cards I'll be sending, and talk about why a little bit. My best video on my early channel so far is my PSA review. I enjoy sending cards to PSA. It's kind of fun for me to look over them, try to figure out what's good. I am not one of those guys that sends stuff where I'm like, oh, I think it might get an 8 or a 9. Like, I legitimately look at everything, and if I see some sort of flaw, I won't send it. It just doesn't make sense for me to get back 9s. I'm not perfect. I miss stuff. If you saw the reveal, you'll see that. But I do a pretty decent job, and I try to be pretty picky. PSA is finally opening up another special. I was waiting on this because I have a Tops Now package coming that I wanted to send with these, and I still might if it shows up in the next couple days. But if anyone who's bought any of the Tops Now stuff before knows that stuff takes forever to get here. There ain't nothing now about it. So before that special runs out on the 15th, I wanted to get this put together. So we're gonna have, I believe it's 57 cards. So this will be the biggest order I've ever done by far. But because the special's going, I kind of went through all of my cards and tried to pick out the ones that I thought had some sort of value to them or would kind of in the future, as you'll see on some of these. I got it separated by baseball, football, and basketball because the special's for any sport. I think it's like 2020 and newer cards is the only thing, which most of my collection is. And, I've said this before, I don't really grade to PC. I like keeping my PC cards. I got some sitting right here in these one touches. I think the one touches look super clean. But in order to, I don't know if profit's the right word, but in order to make a little bit of money so that I can then buy more cards, because that's what I do, I do send stuff off to grade because it is a way to kind of get profit out of the cards more, right? So I kind of wanted to go through, talk about my thought process, thought it'd be kind of a cool video. So we're gonna stack these bad boys up. Let's start with football. So anyone who's been actually watching the channel knows I have ripped a ton of the new Bowman Chrome U, and I haven't pulled anything super good number auto that I thought was worth sending, but I did dig through there and I got a DJ Lagway, a Nico, and then 2 Ryan Williams first. So these are all base. A lot of people aren't big on grading base. Hold on, let me go turn these lights off behind me. That's a terrible player. Sorry about that. I had the rest of the lights in my basement on because I was actually sending some stuff out that I sold on eBay. Which is another thing I've been thinking about doing for some videos, like showing what I list and what I sell. If that's interesting to you guys, let me know. But, so these are all very young players. DJ Lagway is a freshman. Nico's a redshirt freshman, and you got Ryan Williams, a 17-year-old. This is more of a prospecting thing, probably. If I get these back quick enough before I ton hit the market, maybe they're pretty valuable, but I think they're more along the lines of next year, maybe going into next season. I think these are 3 of the bigger names that we'll be talking about. I think all 3 of these guys will probably be in the pros at some point, so this is kind of an experiment, if you will, to see how these cards grade, and then also probably hold on to for a little bit unless the value's crazy. Another one, I was digging through the little bit of Bowman I did last year and found this Shador. I had a few other cards. I looked them over, weren't in great condition. This one's pretty good. I could not find anything wrong with it. I'm thinking he's going to be the first quarterback off the board, right? Barring some weird combine stuff or him and his dad getting involved, old Coach Prime, and deciding he doesn't want to play with whoever picks up first. He's probably going to be the first QB taken. And there's already some hype around him. I mean, this card already sells for like $60. So I'm hoping that draft time rolls around, he gets picked maybe right before the season, who knows. But I think the Bowman firsts are going to start holding more value as we get closer and closer to Topps taking over and more of this stuff comes out. So I wanted to have that one. Another football card, I think football was probably the least amount that I had. I had this Jahmyr Gibbs Super clean red, white, and blue Prism. I didn't rip a ton of Prism this year. It was really hard to find. And the little bit I did rip, I just got killed on. I can't afford Prism hobby boxes. But I did have this one. It was super clean, super centered, which for Prism is, a chore unto itself. Lions are going to make a deep playoff run. He's super electric. I think this will be a good one to have when it comes back. These next two, I've been holding on to these for a while. James Cook, I was pretty big on him when he got drafted. I love the Bills. Love watching Josh Allen. He's a little bit up and down, but another guy who playoff push rolls around. I mean, the silver already has value. Rookie silver of a good offensive player. That one is. The green, not as much, but I think playoffs roll around, the Bills are going to be some favorites. So this one was out of order, but another Bowman first that I found is this pink Emeka Egbuka. Ohio State made the playoffs. He's probably going to be a first-round wide receiver, early second round, but he's getting drafted into the pros, and he's going to play. So I think a parallel of him might be a good one to have come draft time. Another card I found that I forgot I had this John Elway Genesis. So super short print, case hit. It's not a rookie or anything. It's John Elway, Super Bowl MVP. I think these are cool, these Super Bowl MVP cards, and it's a Genesis, so super clean card. If it gets a 10, it's got to be worth something. These next two, Nico Collins. So I don't know why, but when this draft class happened and kind of the year after, I was looking at rosters, and I do this sometimes, especially with football and basketball, but I'll look through rosters and say, okay, who are some rookies that I should make sure I hold on to, don't lose, set aside, especially the parallels. And I remember probably the year before Stroud started, I was like, this guy's huge. He's like 6'4", 6'3", fast. Like, why does he not play more? Like, I'm going to hold on to some of these and just set them aside. I had like 5 or 6 different ones. These two were both super clean. Texans are going to make the playoff because their division sucks, but he's a really good player when he's healthy, so I'm thinking those will be good ones to have. And then the last two football cards here I found, these are kind of more of a high risk. If these don't get 10s, I'm going to take a bath. But a couple Tom Brady Super Bowl MVPs. This was from 2022 Mosaic. So you have one of him in the Pats jersey, and then one of him in the Bucks jersey from that Super Bowl. A couple parallels. I mean, it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady in a PSA 10, especially if the Super Bowl logo's on there, Super Bowl MVP. I'd imagine this fetches a few bucks. They'll sell. So that was the football cards. Like I said, that's probably my smallest chunk. On to basketball. This has a few more risks in it, and also probably my best cards. So I ripped a ton of Monopoly. I found this Trae Young. So I know it's Trae Young. Like, he's not everyone's favorite, but I feel like he's a pretty popular player. I thought the pink, this card kind of popped, and it's numbered. So this card's numbered at a 149. So a numbered Trae Young and a 10. What can go wrong? I ripped some Phoenix. I don't think this was in the boxes I did early on in the channel. I'm pretty sure this was right before that, but it's LeBron. These teal laser parallels. This was out of the Walmart, I believe. Not numbered or anything, but it's an insert. It's LeBron. It's super clean. It's a parallel. You get a 10, you'll be good. This is one of the riskier ones. Jalen Brunson. Super popular in New York, obviously. Orange Flash color match. The mezzanines, for those of you that don't know, were only in retail. So, like, typically there's something that's like only in hobby. The mezzanines you could only pull, it might have been the blasters. I can't remember now. But you could only pull these out of retail, and it might have only been some retail formats. So getting the mezzanines, a rarer version, plus you got the orange. I thought it was a cool looking card. Once again, kind of an experiment on this one, since they're running a sale. See how it does. Yeah, the Knicks are going to probably make a little bit of a playoff run, so that'll be a good one to have. I found this one that I've had forever. Ripping 2020 hoops. Teal Explosion Tyrese Maxey. He's awesome. Playing his butt off. The Sixers are kind of a mess because of Joel always being hurt, but he's an awesome player. A parallel of him. I know it's hoops, But these teal explosions look awesome. I love this year of hoops. I ripped a ton of it because of LaMelo and Anthony Edwards. And I don't know, I figured why not? It looked clean. It should get a 10. My guy Jason Tatum. I was going to keep this for the PC. And maybe I still might if it 10s. Who knows? But it's not a super big card. This is the blue laser out of the Mega Box. Numbered to 275. I figured Jason Tatum, NBA champ, numbered card. That one has to do okay. Probably worth sending off. Trae Young. So this was also out of Select. This one's tough. These premier levels, because they're meant to look kind of off center, it's hard to tell if it's centered. Everything else is really good. This is the green, white, pink, I believe it's called, or is it the teal, white? I don't remember if that's green or I think that's teal technically. The teal, white, pink. These are numbered to 49. So once again, a low numbered Trae Young. There's not going to be a big pop count on this, so should be able to get that moved. These next two are super big risks, but I think they're cool. And one of the things I do with PSA is I'm like, what's something that I think's cool, right? So I pulled both of these out of Phoenix, the Paragons with the orange and the blue and the OKC jerseys. I mean, the color match is just awesome. So both of these are numbered. They are out of 249, so they are numbered. The Thunder are really good. You know, Shea has a good chance to win an MVP because even though Jokic should win it, they're probably tired of voting for him, so I doubt he gets one. I feel like Chet's a fan favorite. They have to be in the top 2 or 3 favorites to win a title this year, at least make the finals. So having some numbered cards of these guys, I feel like they're both popular guys. The color match, they're going to look super good. The cards are super clean. You know, this is another one, the centering's kind of hard to tell, but I looked them over pretty well. You know, I try to look at, you got to find something, right? So, like, I look at these points and say, okay, like, they look about the same. You know, what's the distance from there to there? Using the top, kind of the logos, you know. There's some tricks you can do. I do have one of those. Where is it? Oh, didn't mean to hit the camera. In one of my drawers here. What did I do with that thing? Well, I have one of those, you know, it's like a centering tool. You can buy it on Amazon. It kind of works, but I mean, sometimes it makes me talk myself out of stuff. Like, I don't, you know, they say the whole 60-40 thing at PSA. I think so much of it's eye appeal, and these just look really good. My first video on the channel, the old Hoops Premium Stock Blasters I found, didn't pull a ton of good stuff. I did pull the case hit that I'm going to keep, so I'm not grading it, and I think there's at least one more card in here somewhere. But Grady Dick, just that base seismic, but he's been killing it this year. He's going to turn into a good player. So I feel like getting that graded up, not a bad idea. Another Monopoly card, Stephen Curry, once again. So this one's numbered out of 249. But, you know, I had a stack of Steph parallels I was thinking of sending just because it's Steph Curry and his stuff is always going to move. I'm not sending a lot of it, but numbered out of Monopoly, you know, anything serial numbered in Steph, you should send off. This one's pretty cool. So this is a case hit out of Phoenix. This is the hieroglyphic parallel. So to get a case hit parallel of LeBron, especially this hieroglyphic one, which is super cool. I mean, I don't know. The camera, I feel like, doesn't do it quite justice because I've seen these pull and been like, oh, and then you see it in person and you're like, oh. So case hit LeBron, if this 10s, that's got to be a pretty big card. Digging through, and I found this. So this is a Stairmasters Jokic out of Mosaic, purple, numbered to 99. It's an insert, but Mosaic inserts are super cool looking, and it's a numbered Jokic, right? I mean, he's got to be front runner for the MVP. He's without a doubt the best player in basketball. So a numbered card of his, why not? And then there's another one right here. So this was the Hoopla Red that I pulled out of those boxes. This is numbered to 199. Looks super clean. Once again, I like these Hoopla, especially with the seismic. And numbered Jokic. Here's a good one. So Cam Whitmore. Probably thinking, why would you send off a Cam Whitmore card? Well, A, I think he's pretty solid. Like whenever he plays, that dude jumps through the gym, he attacks the basket. He's the kind of guy that people end up liking and want cards of. B, there's people who are going to get traded off of Houston. They have so many good young guys that barely see the court, like Cam, that they're probably going to make a trade. And then C, this is numbered at a 15. So super short printed rookie card. Super clean card. It seems to me like it's worth the risk. Numbered at a 15, even at a 9, right? Like this thing's gonna be worth something. Now we're getting to the good stuff in basketball. So these are my 4 Wimbies I'm sending. Originally I had probably a 10 card order of just Wimbies. I was gonna grade base, hoops, you name it. I was just like, screw it, I'm grading all of my Wimbies. I decided only to grade these 4. These are the 4 cleanest. These are all parallels. I have like 4 or 5 of these purple waves, and this was the only one that was really well centered. So I decided to only send it. I thought about sending an extra one just to, like, you know, if you watch my first video, every time I send in 2 of the exact same cards, one gets a 10, one gets a 9. It happened to like my Ellies, some Shoheis I sent. So like I was thinking maybe I send one that's I think's the second best and let it get the 9, so I at least get 110, but I didn't want to waste money on that, so I'm just going to send this one. Then we have these 3 from Select. So the Tectonic, this came out of the hanger boxes, I believe. Super cool card. Like I said, I love this Tectonic. It's kind of the Panini version of the Ray Wave, but it looks super good, super well centered, super clean card. Big fan of that. Then we have the green, white, pink. So this is not the numbered version. You know, like if you look, I just want to show everyone this because this drives me nuts. So they have the teal, white, purple, or the green, white, purple, and the teal, white, pink. If they're not right next to each other, you can barely tell the difference. Why do that in number 1 out of 49 and not the other one? I don't know. I can't tell you. Like, I've pulled a couple of these now where I had no idea they were numbered because I just thought they were another one. Then I was going back through my cards and realized I had a card numbered to 49. So that just annoys me with Select, but I digress. Super good looking Wimby. You know, he's Wimby. And then last one, the Red Ice. There's another one. I ripped so much of this Select basketball, man. It was, you know, retail basketball is probably my least favorite thing. I love basketball. I love basketball cards. I want to rip a ton of it, but for some reason, the hit ratio and the return on investment, however you want to break it down, right? Just the amount of cool cards you get, because that's mainly what I'm into it for, is just ripping cool stuff. Like, you just feel like you get slaughtered every time you open, like, Optic or Prism or whatever. But Select retail this year, especially the mega boxes, were actually really good. They threw numbered cards in there, and I love that Wimby. So there's my basketball. Probably could have done this whole submission just on basketball, but I also have a giant stack of baseball because I ripped a ton of Topps Update. I wish I had the channel at the time. And then I decided, you know, I ripped a few of them Bowman boxes this year, so I decided to go back through my firsts and kind of sort through them and figure out if there was any that were worth sending. And I thought about sending some of the bases like I'm doing for the Bowman, but I talked myself out of it. So the only first I'm sending is this Xavier Isaac. So he's a top 100 prospect, one of the top guys for the Rays. Here's a Bowman. I pulled this out of 2023 Bowman Mega. Super clean card. I think there's a good chance he sees the majors next year, so I wanted to have that one. So I had 2 Ellie inserts. The Ellie Black Gold, really well centered, good edges. You know, with the white edges on the front, I think will be good. I checked the back. I don't see any white or flaking. The Black Golds people like, and it's Ellie. And then I'm a big fan of these Let 'Em Cooks. I don't know why. I think they're cool looking cards. I really like this insert. And once again, it's Ellie. You got the red background. Got the rookie logo. I like that one. So we got a Mike Trout Stratospheric Stars. I pulled this out of a Topps Chrome Update Mega Box. I opened like 3 of them that I was able to pre-order and then never found them again. But you'll see some more cards here in a second. I thought this was a case hit because it is a case hit in paper update. But I guess in Chrome it is not quite that rare, but Super cool insert, and it's Mike Trout. People still like Mike Trout. He won't be hurt forever, so figured we'll get that one graded up. Now, some of these next ones, I'm kind of on the fence about still as I sit here and look at it. So we have Jackson Holiday, very good player. You know, had some struggles this year, but I think he's going to be awesome. Love the Ray Wave. Love that it's chrome. My only issue is that it's a rookie debut. I haven't been doing the baseball thing long enough to really know if the rookie debuts are worth sending, but I'm going to do it anyway for a couple of these guys. So there you go. You got the Jackson Holiday Ray Wave, and then we have a Pete Crow Armstrong Ray Wave. Same thing, rookie debut. This next one up at a Topps Update's numbered. So once again, it's a debut, but it is a numbered card, Heston Kjerstad. So these greens are numbered to 499. If it wasn't numbered, I probably wouldn't send it. But because it's a numbered card of a solid rookie, you know, rumors are he's probably going to get traded so he can get some more playing time somewhere because the Orioles are so stacked. So I'm going to go ahead and send that one off. Another one I'm a little iffy about, but it's just such a cool card. These, what are they called? Veteran combo cards. So, you know, there's a bunch of different ones of this. Once again, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I was thinking to myself, if I'm a Yankees fan, even though now that Soto's on the Mets, maybe I shouldn't send this, but that's just a cool looking card, man. Bronx Bombers, you got Judge and Soto on there, the yellow parallel. I thought that would be a cool one. I've had this stack sitting here for a few days. Soto just signed with the Mets, and now I'm questioning whether or not I want to send that. So I'm going to set that to the side. So we actually got two Colt Keiths. So I have the gold out of Update. Pretty sure I pulled this out of a hanger. Most of my Update ripping was hangers that I ordered early on. Numbered out of 2024. It's actually number 1 of 2024. So that's pretty cool. The fact it's number 1, some people like that. Well-centered. The Tigers, good young team. Colt Keith's one of their great young players. So figured since it's a gold, I'll risk it. And then same with this one. Topps Chrome, it's a Ray Wave. It's a rookie debut. I'm banking on Colt Keith being good next year. Somebody wanting that. This one was a no-brainer. So it's Shohei, man. I dug through all my cards trying to find good Shoheis to send. And this blue right here, the retail blue, seemed a lot harder to pull out of Update. And then the blue with the Dodgers, it's Soto. I actually also pulled the blue foil exclusive. I think that's the $9.99 that I really wanted to send. That card looked awesome, but it just had, it wasn't like beat up or anything. It had the slightest ticks up top, which I notice a lot of the Topps foil cards, especially the paper ones. Like the up top, I wouldn't say it's damaged, but it has this weird effect to it where it almost looks like it's peeling. And I just don't know what they would do with that PSA. Like, I don't know. Something like that where it's not damaged, as long as I got the cards made, makes me nervous. But this one, well-centered, super clean. I felt better about sending that one. These right here were some of the more no-brainers, obviously. We got the X-Fractor, Jackson Holiday, true rookie. That was an easy one to send. A lot of these, like I said, I read to think 4 of these mega boxes. The centering on the X-Fractors was not good in mine. I had, you know, a Wyatt Langford regular in a debut. I had Merrills. I had Churios. All kinds of nice cards that just were a tick off center. And once again, the whole 60-40 thing, they were probably in good enough to risk it, but I don't know. Something about that makes me nervous. So there's the Holiday. For the Merrill, I'm sending the debut. I mean, he's a hot player. Everyone likes Jackson Merrill. So even though it's a debut, that one felt worth it. Paul Skeens, no-brainer, right? It's Paul Skeens. So it's a debut, but even his debuts sell good. Debut X-Fractor, well-centered, should get a 10. Couldn't not send that one. And then we have the true rookie of Colt Keith in the X-Fractor. You know, X-Fractors, I think they're pretty much exclusively most people's favorite of the retails. I really like the Ray Waves, but the X-Fractors are right up there with it, probably my second. But most people seem to love these. And I did love how an Update, unlike regular Topps Chrome, instead of doing the black to silver fade thing like they did the whole thing silver. So I think it really pops. A few more baseball here. I pulled this, so it's a blue parallel. You know, for those of you who don't know, I mean, obviously you can see all the blue. In the regular one, it's white. These are actually really tough pulls, these blue parallels of inserts. They're not numbered. Jackson Cheerio, another really good young player. It's a blue one, so I'm thinking it's going to be a low pop count. Super clean card. I got a couple more of these, you know, similar to the Judge. They are the veteran combos. This one seemed like the biggest no-brainer probably. They just won the World Series. It's got Shohei on it. It's got Yamamoto on it. Super cool card. So I'm definitely sending that one. Then we had the Skeens. So it's a Skeens card, and it's yellow. It's got the color match going for it. So I was thinking, why not, right? It's got Skeens. It's got the yellow color match. I think this one's worth the risk. If it tens, I should at least not lose money, you know? And then this one. So this was out of the update blaster boxes. So the Ghost Parallel is actually very rare. They are not numbered, but you know, if you watch videos and look online, I want to say these were the estimated print run from the people who sit there and do the math on the pack odds is like 120 of these. So it's got Ellie in his rookie year, just got J-Rod, who's a fan favorite, and it's a super rare parallel. It figured it might be worth it. Another Skeens Black Gold. I mean, super cool looking card with his jersey. You know, the kind of gold, the yellow, the black. It was clean. Figured, like, why not? This was kind of a rare one. You know, I don't really know why I'm sending this. I ripped like 3 or 4 of these Stadium Club blasters. The QC on the Stadium Club cards, like, they're cool. I love the pictures, you know, but the QC on these things is awful. You know, I pulled a bunch of really cool stuff. I got like a numbered Evan Carter, all kinds of cool stuff that is just not in very good condition. Like the surface scratches on the chromes are all over it. You know, with the full color foils, you can't find a one that isn't chipped. But I figured the sepias are pretty rare. Like they're 1 per blaster. So to get a guy like Griffey, I feel like that's a pretty cool one. So I'm going to risk it on that one. In and out here, we got some more. So this is the Jack-O-Lantern for Colt Keith. Now this is not the base holiday, but not as rare as the Ghosts, you know. So it's like a few hundred of these made. But it's Colt Keith. Like I say, good rookie. And then we have probably my 2 biggest, I don't know if I say biggest, but so we have the Jackson Cheerio holiday and the Paul Skeens. So both of these are base holidays, but they're also not debuts. 2 of the bigger rookies. I feel like those are going to be some good ones to gem up, especially the Skeens. You know, so seemed like a no-brainer. And the last one, I actually just threw this in. Pulled this out of that first Bowman hobby box I did. And it's numbered to 150. So it's the mini diamond. And this is one of those ones where, like, I was looking up comps, and I don't know if this is 100% worth sending right now. Evan Carter was hurt a lot last year, so he's not super hyped up, but that's just a sick card, man. Gladiators of the diamond, and it's the mini diamond parallel. The Coliseum in the back, it's numbered. I couldn't not send it. It's super clean, so I'm going to send it and see how it goes. So that's it right there, you know. Leave comments, you know. Like, subscribe. You know, if you like stuff like this and you want me to do more of this, let me know. I'm probably going to do a video every time I send a PSA. You know, now that I'm ripping more, well, I wouldn't say I'm ripping more. I'm ripping more better stuff, or I'm trying to. Hopefully I got some cool stuff to send instead of just a bunch of retail stuff and base cards, which I don't really try to send anyway. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. If there's cards in there you think are a good idea, if you think I'm an idiot for sending, you know, some sort of numbered Trae Young, you know, let me know. Like, I'm still learning how to do this. So I'm still trying to figure out what makes sense, but sometimes taking risks makes sense to me. So, yeah, like, subscribe, you know, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.